Hi, this is a dog, and this is a Kendama. This is Buddy the dog, and he's really curly and cute. This is a Japanese skill toy, and it's a lot of fun to play with. The Japanese skill toy has been gaining popularity across the world for the last few years, and it's really fun because you can put it in your pocket, and it's really great for increasing your hand-eye coordination. They come in a couple of different sizes. This is a larger one, and this is the regular size that you would normally see a lot of the professionals. Yes, there are Kendama professionals. I'm not one of them. I just got started in this, and I've found that it's been a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to share that with other people. As I get better, hopefully we'll post some more videos and stuff like that. But until then, we're gonna stick with some of the beginner tricks, guys. So let's get started. We're gonna learn a little bit about the anatomy of a Kendama, what it is, and some tricks to do with it. When I first received my Kendama, it was wound up and stuck onto the spike like that. And the easiest way to get it off, you kind of just pull it and pop it off there, and you start unwinding it this way. This is the ken, and it also means sword. I don't know how they got sword because it looks more like a hammer. And this is the Tama, and the Tama's ball in Japanese. So that's the two parts, and they're connected by a string usually. There's a couple of different parts to the actual ken. There's a big cup, which usually start off facing up, the small cup, and the base cup, and also the spike. The first grip is the Sara Grip, and you hold it like a pen. Second is the ken grip, and you hold it in your hand like this. Sometimes you hold it a little bit further out, or sometimes you hold it a little bit closer in. Depends on the trick you're doing with it. The final one is the Rousoku Grip, and you hold it by the spike. One of the biggest things you'll hear a lot of people talking about when you first start off is that you want to use your knees when you're doing the tricks, because it seems like you can just kind of quickly pull it up like that without using the knees. But if you just yank on it, you're really not going to have any control of where the bottom hole in the ball is going to be. So it can be flying around, and you don't have much control over where the end result, where it's going to go. So if you just pull it straight up, it's not going to be exactly straight. But if you use your knees, it isolates your upper body, and you don't have to worry about it moving as much. First trick is big cup. You can hold in Sara Grip or ken grip, and all you're looking to do is get it into the big cup. From here, go straight up, bend your knees, and up, and onto the top. Second trick is the small cup. Sara Grip or the ken grip will work. I'm gonna do it with the ken grip. And as I rotate, I'm gonna turn my hand over this way so that it's parallel with the floor. And it'll look just like this. So I'm gonna start off right here, go all the way down and up, just like that. And that's little cup. This one's called base cup, and I'm doing it from the Sara Grip. Just like a pencil, hopping it up, and I'm gonna turn, and it's gonna land right there on top. Pulling straight up like a pen, right through the center of the ball. This is candle, and you start off using Rousoku Grip. That's holding the spike. Keep it very straight up and down. You're gonna wanna land on the base cup. Lots of knees, straight up, and there you go. That's candle. Using the ken grip, and this is called spike. This one you really need to make sure that you're pulling straight up through the Tama, and use that, the way that this is hanging right here, use this as a guide to pull straight up. Make sure you use your knees for this one. Next one's called airplane, and we're gonna start off holding the ball with the hole up, and we're gonna hold the ken out this way, and we're gonna let it go, and it's gonna hop in there. So you're aiming to get it to slowly flip. So at the very edge of that, you give it a little bit of a pull. So you wanna make sure that your string is not spinning around or anything like that. If it's got a little, you gotta get the tension out of there. Make sure the hole is straight up. Start there, and just like that. That's airplane. This is called Around Japan. This is starting to get into the more difficult ones. You're gonna start off with small cup, big cup, and then you're gonna spike it. Around Japan. One thing that really helps me with this is that at the beginning, when I'm in kin grip, I start off and I give it a little bit of a push forward. So that way the hole is pointing back towards me when it lands on the small cup. So that way I can know as I hop it back up onto the big cup, getting ready to spike it, I'm gonna know exactly where that hole is. If it was pointing down away from me or something, it'd be very hard to spike it. And this is gonna be very important as you proceed forward in kendama. The next trick is called Lighthouse. You're gonna make sure this is nice and still at the bottom. Have the hole facing directly up. You're holding onto the tama or the ball, and you're gonna pull up straight up. And as it goes up, you're gonna kind of slightly pull just a little bit back because the string comes out of this part and it's not directly coming out the center. So it is naturally leaning forward a little bit. So as you pull up, it's gonna start to go straight. And you're gonna, as it gets to the very top, you put the ball under it and then bring down so that you're gonna be able to balance it. And if you have a slick or a painted one, it's a little bit harder. Sometimes you have to break it in a little bit. And there are different finishes on the different types of kendamas that you can use. So this is Lighthouse. And that's falling down, very similar to Lighthouse, except for you spike it at the end. This is Orbits, and you hold it in kin grip. And we're gonna land it into big cup. It's gonna go once around and land on it. You only wanna pull it up when you're pulling it up about this high. Just straight up. And you're gonna wanna use all your knee there because this one's gonna have a lot of motion to it. There, orbit around and land. I like to try and land it to where the hole is towards me, so if I wanna continue on to something and spike it, I sure can. This trick, you're gonna start from spike. You're gonna do one rotation, and this is called earth turn. And it's kind of like a kick flip in a way. It pops up and the ball, the hole rotates around and then lands right in there. And that's earth turn. This is called the hurricane. You want the tama and the kin hanging about the same distance because you want them equally weighted. And you're also using your 4 fingers here in the center. You take your pointer finger and your thumb and you're gonna pinch this spot. The ball is gonna go over the top and they're gonna spread out and they're gonna do this kind of really fun pattern here. So it starts off this way, you're gonna swing this way and over, and there it goes. Takes a little bit of practice. There's a lot of really cool things you can do from this, but you're pretty much in it right there. You can come out of it however you wish. I find kendama is a mix of a lot of different skill toys. You have something called poi, which is the swinging. Usually you have 2 of them and they swing them around in a big pattern. Sometimes they have fire with them and stuff. And it also has a lot of influences, it looks like, from yo-yoing. And then, it's got its own skill toy stuff too. But Some of the poi stuff that is brought in makes these tricks really flow together a lot better. And there's a couple of them that are really nice. So if you have the ken or the dama, you can start flipping it around this way, and you can do these arm binds that look pretty cool. So all you have to do for that one is it swings around, so it goes all the way around, and as it does that, you're gonna move your hand around and it unwraps. So it's really what it's doing is wrap, unwrap, wrap, unwrap, wrap, unwrap. And you can kind of do this on any part of your body. You can also flip it. You can catch different parts of it. You can do doubles if you want, so you can catch back into it. You can do some of these wraps, catch the tama, and then something like you stop and you can end in an airplane. And it looks pretty cool. So you can start combining all that stuff. And that's what really draws me to kendama, is that it does have a certain kind of flow to it, and I really love being able to, use that in yo-yoing because I can really do it to the music, and juggling has a lot of aspects of that too, and I'm really excited to see where this kind of goes.